Hi guys, Black is here. Hey listen, I made this video earlier and I deleted it because I did not want to be that brother who's blamed the white man for his demise. I'm not that kind of brother, okay? I don't believe white people are holding black people back. Not all white people. I don't believe that. I do believe there's some that are trying to make it difficult for us. But that's not what the video about. Let me try to explain to you all. Okay, I have a video where I talked about a coworker of mine said that all Volvos had glow plugs. He said that a technician told him that all trucks have glow plugs. Okay, we have 3 new Volvos. I have one and 2 other truck drivers have them. One of the truck driver, I forgot what he is. He's not white, he's from another country, I think. I can't remember where, but he's from another country. The other guy is from just north of Atlanta. I've talked about him before in the video. I talked about him in that video. You know, I have several co-workers who have saw videos that I made about them. I never called their name, but they knew I was talking about them. And they have expressed to me that they were angry. And I tell them all, did I lie? Did I lie about something? Okay, where in my video did I lie? None of them can show me where I lied in the video. None of them can prove where I lied in the video because I don't lie. This guy, he said his Volvo has a glow plug. He said a technician told him to turn the switch on and push the switch in. He pushed the switch in and he saw a glow plug light. Okay, I made a video where I turned my switch in, pushed it in, you didn't see no glow plug light. When you released it, traction control light came on, ABS light came on, and something about a trailer. I don't remember, but it wasn't glow plugs. I know what a glow plug light looked like. Okay. Also, I've never heard of a semi truck having a glow plug. You know, I've been driving trucks since 2006, tractor trailers, okay? None of the tractor trailers I've driven have had glow plugs. I've driven Kenworth, I've driven Peterbilt. Have I driven it? No, I don't think I've driven. Have I driven the Peterbilt? No, I haven't driven the Peterbilt, but I've driven Kenworth, I've driven International, I've driven Freightliners, I've driven Volvos. What else is there? I've driven, yeah, I guess that's it. You know, I drove a GMC with an Isuzu engine. Oh, I drove a Freightliner with a Mercedes engine. None of them had glow plugs. None of them had glow plugs. So I'm assuming no tractor and trailer has glow plugs. They damn sure didn't have them in the old days. And if they did, I've never heard anybody ever talk about a glow plug. But anyway, some person left a comment talking about he has a 2015 Volvo with a D13 and it has glow plugs. I'm like, well, first of all, he didn't say D13. He just said 2015 Volvo. So I asked him a question, what kind of engine he had, because I'm thinking, well, maybe he has some special kind of engine that came with glow plugs and I haven't heard about, right? He said D13. I'm like, oh, this mother. Why do people feel the need to lie? Why do they feel the need to lie to me? Because you know that's what it is. And I sometimes believe that they think they can get away with it. There are a lot of grow up believing that don't know anything. They feel that they can just tell us a lie and we'll fall for it. There's too much information out here for us to just believe whatever you say. Not only that, I've been messing with cars and engines for a long time. A long time. A long time. You know, I asked somebody one day, you know, I used to drive a 7.3 in a 1994 well, it was called a Super Duty back then. It was just called Super Duty. It had glow plugs. That 7.3 had glow plugs. And I asked somebody, why don't tractor and trailers have glow plugs? And from my understanding, because of the cylinders are so large and because of compression, they tend to heat up the air a lot better than that Ford did. So they don't need glow plugs. But for some damn reason, people come to my channel and they think they can tell me anything and I'm going to believe it. You know, I have a video where I say, I just uploaded today. I say, if you're in a crash and you can move your car, move your car. Then there's some guy, he's something. I mean, he look like he could be black or I don't know what the hell he is. But anyway, he gonna tell me I must haven't been in an accident because the new cars have fuse shut off, and when you're in a major accident, the car won't run. So I guess he think that I'm gonna believe that. Ford is the only cars I've heard of having inertial switches that shut off the fuel pump. I haven't heard of anybody else. If there's some other cars that have them, I don't doubt it. But I've only heard of Ford. I had, you know, the first time I heard of one, I had an 89 Ford Mustang and I slammed the trunk one day, got into the car and the car wouldn't start. And I happened to be at a tune-up clinic because I was delivering auto parts to this tune-up clinic. And the guy came out there, opened my damn trunk up, pushed the inertial switch, and the car started right up. That was the first time I heard of that crap. The first time. And he told me how to, he said, most likely it's starting to go bad. So it was 2 wires to go to a box. He told me to cut the 2 damn wires, tie them together, and never have to worry about it again. I remember there was an accident on near Bankhead and 285. It was a Mercury Cougar was hit by something. I don't remember. And the guy's car would not start. And I come up to the guy and told him, give me $20, I'll make your car run. And he was like, no, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And I said, if I tell you, you're not gonna give me the $20. Well, anyway, eventually he gave me the $20, right? Because the guy that was with him, like, man, if he can crank the car, let him do it. I gave him the $20 back, right? I didn't want the $20. But he didn't know. What happened? It was a guy I used to work with that had a V6 Mustang. He was hit by somebody and the guy took off and he couldn't chase the guy because his car wasn't cranked. He ended up getting the car towed home to the mechanic, and the mechanic, I forgot what the mechanic did. He did something, told him he had to reset something and charge the guy like $65. And I went out to the car and showed him the reset, but he was mad as hell. But yeah, Ford has, I had a Ford Explorer. Hell, I think it was on the passenger floorboard. I think it was the passenger floorboard. It had one of those inertial switches. But again, this young boy came to my channel talking about all cars have this. All cars does not have it, okay? But again, why do people come to me? Why do everybody feel the need to challenge me? Why is it that when the man says something, you know, it's like everybody believes it, but when I say something, everybody got to challenge me? Why is that? Because of this right here. Like I said, they have been taught to believe that are not that bright, you know? So whenever I say something, like I talked about the Ford 300, I talked about the engine. You know, if you buy one, just like my buddy had a 1984. Like I said, his father had an 84. I drove this truck several times. The damn truck didn't have no power. I thought something was wrong with the motor. Then I found out, I read somewhere and found out the engine only had 120, 125 horsepower. I was like, no wonder it was so damn slow. It wasn't me. I thought something was wrong with the car. But that single barrel carburetor was a piece of crap. because it ran real bad. It ran real rich. So I thought it was a bad motor, but now that I think about it, he just needed the damn carburetor. If he had put a carburetor on the truck, probably would have ran better. You know, I said I was gonna make a video about this. My mom had a 78 LTD station wagon with a 400 and a 2-barrel carburetor. Now, she could drive it because she was used to it, but nobody could drive this car except for family because we were all used to it. This car, when you sitting at the light, you couldn't just step on the gas. If you just stepped on the gas, the car would cut off. Why? It had an accelerator. It had a bad accelerator pump. It had a bad accelerator pump. So what that pump is, on a carburetor, most downdraft carburetors, because somebody's going to correct me and say, side draft carburetors don't have them. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, downdraft carburetors, a lot of them, when you step on the gas, it has a pump that sprays extra fuel into the carburetor. And it does this because when you step on the throttle, a lot of air rushes into the motor. So that extra fuel keeps the engine from running lean and it don't choke down. Well, the accelerator pump in that car was bad. It was so funny. People who had never driven before, they step on the gas, the car cut off. You couldn't just step on the gas. You had to kind of pump the gas. I mean, you just pump it a few times. You couldn't just step on it one time. You step one time, it cut off. And I was, like I said, my mother was used to it. Everybody in the family was used to it. You know, you stepped on the gas a couple times and pulled off. And it was like this for years. At the time, I didn't know that this was the fix. And I wanted to change the carburetor, but my father kept telling me, don't mess with it, leave it alone. So I never changed the carburetor. I mean, we drove the car like that until the freaking transmission went out in it. And my dad ended up junking it. He bought it brand new. In 1978, I was, 7 years old? And he got rid of it. Crap, I don't remember what. I was old enough to drive it anyway. But why did I bring it? Oh, because Ford had some bad carburetors. It ain't just Ford. GM had bad carburetors. Chrysler had bad carburetors. I had a Dodge Dot, a 74 Dodge Dot. It was a 318. When I crank it up, when it was cold, or if it's been sitting for a while, I had to run it at high speed for about 2 or 3 minutes at high speed, because if I didn't, it would flood out. When you first started up, it just flood out. It would cut off and you would run your damn battery down trying to crank it. You had to flow it and just crank it until it clears itself out. Unless, like I said, you crank it up, you run it at about maybe 2,000 RPM for like maybe a minute, and then it would start to flood out. You know it would flood out because it started acting like it wanted to cut off. At that point, you had to step hard on the gas. And you had to run it like that for about, I don't know, about 10 or 15 seconds, and it would stop doing it, and it ran fine. I never changed the carburetor because I was used to driving it, you know. But I couldn't let nobody else drive it. And it didn't do it. It just did it when it was sitting. If you leave it sitting for a while, it would do that. But anyway, that's all I got to say. I got to go to bed, and I did not mean to make a long video. Like I said, it just tripped me out when people come to my channel and they believe because of this, and they won't admit it. They will come up with all kind of excuses, or they'll say, you're a truck driver. You got well, I used to make video with a mattress behind my head. You got a mattress behind your head. What the hell that got to do with me knowing what I'm talking about? But people try to make excuses to doubt me by saying stuff like that. This is Dre. Y'all have a good day. Like I said, it had to be said. I've been biting my tongue. I'm going to tell you what finally made me make this video. There was conversation between myself and another YouTuber, and he finally admitted. I already knew y'all felt this way. He said he found it hard to believe a brother, anything from a brother, anything. He'll believe from a man, but he's not gonna believe it from a brother. I've been waiting. I knew a lot of y'all felt that way. I knew a lot of y'all felt that way, but you won't admit it. He was just man enough to admit it. I still blocked his ass though. Dre, y'all have a good day.